how much I make? 22,000. Folks making 125,000. I get 600 every 2 weeks, can't hardly pay cable, consumers, and water bill, and they got change left over. The mayor has not convened the council. Now, do it say may or shall, Attorney Kim?
What it says is that the mayor shall, as soon as reasonably expedient, convene the council to perform its legislative and administrative duties.
So wouldn't the legislative duties be found in 14-9? And the legislative duties, can you read 14-9
in this
for
case,
the record?
In this circumstance, it would not.
I'm just asking you, Mr. Kim, to read 14-9. Can you do that?
Council President, you asked two questions.
Calm down.
If I could respond,
This
you
been
asked
going,
two
hold
questions.
up, Madam Chair. This been going on with Attorney Kim and Angela Wheeler's in them office for months and years. I know what question I asked. If you need me to clarify it, you can ask me to do it. But I'm not finna play patty cake with you. Do and say what you want to say, and then I'm going to ask you my specific question. This has been going on for months.
You asked if Section 14-9.
And we're going to do something about it if we get 5 votes. We're going to turn this legal department around.
You asked if Section 14-9 applies here. And then you asked me to read Section 14-9.
That's all I asked you to do, and you ain't read it yet.
Before we move
Madam
on.
Chair? Madam Chair?
Madam President Field, you have the floor.
Well, thank you. I was beginning to wonder whether anyone besides Mr. Mays and yourself was allowed to have the floor.
Point of order.
Thank you.
What's your point of order, Council?
Point of order. If Ms. Fields continues to take shots, they gonna come and ain't gonna stop. Now, somebody need to understand what's being said here, because I'm up for it, Ms. Fields.
Well, Ms. Galloway, Madam Chair, okay, normally the chair, when there's a special order, normally the person who asked for the special order gets to speak first. So Mr. Mays spoke at length, and then nowhere in between time, between Mr. Mays speaking and you beginning rather a lengthy session, did you ask whether any other council people
Please
had
cease
a point
talking,
of discussion?
Councilwoman. President Field, cease talking. There is a point of order. What is your point of order, Councilman Mays?
If she's not going to be germane to the spending of this $46 million and want to talk about some stuff that's not germane, I'm going to ask that she be ruled out of order. This is not going to turn into a circus or clown show.
Thank you, Councilman Mays. Your point is very taken. Madam President, please talk to Ms. Shelby and cease your commentary. Thank you, ma'am.
I have nothing to add at this time.
Thank you. Next speaker, please, Councilman Mays. What is your point of order, sir?
Point of order. If Miss Worthing want to laugh, then she should mute herself and laugh out loud and turn flips. But if she continue, I'm going to ask that she be ruled out of order.
Thank you, sir. Councilman Mays, your point is well taken. We will
Point of
move on.
order.
What's your point of order?
I would just like to point out, Miss Galloway, that was not me laughing. So I would like that to be corrected, please.
And that's
I would
not a point of
apologize.
order. And wait, and Councilman, but that's not a point of order. But your point is taken. That would have been more like a point of information. But thank you. And so, Councilman Mays, thank you for apologizing. Next, is anyone else want to speak before we move on to the next special order?
I would say this. I'm embarrassed and appalled to sit in front of this body. Once I left, I reviewed council meetings like a football player review tapes. It's people, Brady and them gonna be looking at the Super Bowl, Barbara Biggs. I look at council meetings like I did yesterday, like football tapes. They're everywhere, Mr. Woodson. I've seen a council vote 6-1 to remove me from a chairmanship after I had been unlawfully removed and they were saying I wasn't chair. It just don't make sense to me. Why vote? I heard you, Mr. Winfrey. You said I didn't deserve a chairmanship because I don't bring people together. let me say this on the record. I've worked in campaigns with Woodrow Stanley, Don Williamson, Mayor Weaver, and even in some of the council races at this seat. This council person sitting at this table now. I've brought many people together. I brought them together. My daddy brought them together. That's why Shallow Commons sit where it sit now. So you can be Mr. President Winfrey, but when it comes to Councilman Mays and the Mays name, you won't tell no lie after I leave. And if you're refusing to read 14-9, I didn't ask you to interpret it. I asked you to read it. Can you do that?
Well, you asked me to do two things. I've done the first, and I will do the second, sir.
Thank you. I didn't
City
ask you
Council
whether
of
it
this
applied.
city-
It's in the ordinance. You made that up. I asked you to
Point
read
of
it.
order.
What's your point, Councilwoman Worthy?
My point is that Mr. Mays is harassing staff, and his behavior is inappropriate.
Councilman Mays, can you please calm it down?
I don't think I'm harassing him. I think he
It's-
beating around the
it's
bush.
It's the
You
tone.
ruling that I'm harassing him?
I'm not saying that
Okay,
you're
then
harassing
may I
him. I'm
proceed?
asking you to calm
Because
your
I'm
tone
used
down.
to Ms. Worthing saying harassing, threatening.
It's not
You know,
harassing,
I'm gonna
tell
use
your-
them adjectives toward her. This been going on for years.
Just calm your
I'm
tone, and I
gonna
know
stay
that
calm.
you're
If I ask an
passionate.
employee, a city attorney who works for this council, to read something, that's all I asked him to do. I didn't
And
ask
so,
him to interpret nothing.
Attorney Kim, did you read?
I would be happy to read.
Okay, let's listen to Attorney Kim, please.
14-9 reads, "The City Council of this city, at a general
Emergency that the mayor issued.
Go
Ms.
ahead.
Chairman Winfrey, I'm trying to get your attention. I'm not studying what Attorney Kim is trying to do,
Councilman Mays, please
and I
continue
need
your
the
thoughts.
attention of the council. Because
Please
if you
continue
will
your
listen to Attorney Kim, you'll never change your
Your
mistake.
point, Councilwoman
I
Worthy.
object to reading, I don't know how many pages this is. It's front and back, very tiny.
Let's take a 5-minute recess.
Thank you.
Listen.
We're going to take a 5-minute recess, and then we'll,
Listen, here, can I take the floor?
yes, go ahead.
Here we is, 8 o'clock.
We're going to take a 5-minute recess without objection.
So
and we'll
you
come
won't
back.
allow me to state what I'm about to say.
Well, let's do the recess first and then come back. We got 5 minutes. We will report back
This is crazy.
at 8:04 so that we can talk this through.
That's the problem. For real, that don't make no sense. How y'all just letting that man just run this show like that. And because y'all keep on letting him do what he want to do, fuck we in while we, the situation we in.
Did I sound like I was through, or you just wanted to interrupt me when y'all said I shouldn't interrupt this chair? Miss Worthing, should I appeal you for interrupting me as chair? Ain't that what you did? That was ignorant. Just like it's you ignorant for interrupting
I'm calling
me.
you now out of order.
Okay, then what you gonna do?
I know
See, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. You interrupted me, but you and Miss Fields raised hell about me interrupting y'all. Now you sitting in the chair interrupting me when I'm talking? What the hell wrong with you?
Appealing the ruling of the chair because
I didn't appeal it till I get ready to appeal.
Well,
I'm saying you're wrong for interrupting me.
And you either appeal or
Okay.
be quiet.
No, I could keep talking and get a warning, can't I? What's the rules? Do you know? You fooling with the wrong one.
Mr.
Miss,
Mays,
what
I
about,
am
that's
sorry,
my
I would like to
name.
Go home.
You interrupted me, didn't you
So are
appeal
you
me
too?
for interrupting you? What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Don't interrupt me when you done appealed that and messed up this meeting. My point has been made. Watch yourself. Didn't they make a record? Watch yourself.
Allow you some extra time. Are there any speakers?
Yes, sir. When you get through the point and stop talking, let me. Yes, sir. My name is Mr. R.L. Mitchell, the citizen of Flint.
Yes, sir.
I feel very slighted when I see legislators, every time we make a progress, they leave the room and she ain't here to speak up for her legislative program. Her name is Miss Fields. And another lady, Miss WorthSum, ain't here. The white peoples and all that stuff and Miss Galloway, Amos.
Eric Mays, I don't know you a long time, very long time. But you're not right all the time, and you gotta learn how to listen sometime too, you know? You might know more than these other people, you know what I'm saying? But it's a way of talking to people, you know what I'm saying? If this was my mother right here, and you bickering and calling her names or racial rape, I can't do that, man. Just learn how to listen a little bit and let things go and just come together. Right is right, wrong is wrong, no matter how you put it. I don't care if you're a preacher, a deacon, or whatever. Just come together. I love my city. And I pray for my city. I'm through.
Thank you, Mr. Level. Anyone else like to?
Good evening, Quincy Murphy.
Watch yourself. Don't never interrupt me when you done appeal me.
Still out of order.
I
Now
know
we're
it.
going to take these threats so you can stop.
A threat. I'm appeal the ruling of the chair. Say I'm threatening her.
I second that.
Okay.
Why would you say a brother sitting at a table threatening you?
You are still.
Oh, I'll wait my turn.
I'm not gonna sit here through this. I don't wanna break up a committee meeting. I do wanna hear what my colleagues got to say, but I'm not gonna say this. We've done nothing that early on. I would like for us to stay relevant.
Point of order.
Mr. Mace.
I'll withdraw it, but I'm going to make these type of points every time. Thank you, Miss Winfrey Carter. I'll withdraw the appeal. Watch yourself. Watch yourself. Show me what you're working.
I think we have to vote to.
See you. The guide will shine a light on you. If you look at this tape, you done had point orders, point information. Guess how many people been warned? Me. And the 5 or 6 of them, I done weathered the storm before, thanks to grace and mercy from God. And folk gone. Kate Fields, Maurice, Juan Tuez, and a bunch more. I don't care who you is. I got my ankle gripped. Ed Taylor hollering out. They think it's funny. Now he clapping.
We on? Start? Okay, my name is Fred Krug. I'm here tonight with a couple of my associates who are in the back of the room. Art Winslow, Tom Maher. We're representing a company called...
Order. Wait, Fred. Let everybody pay attention. You ain't got but 5 minutes. Just relax.
Mr. Mays, you're not running the meeting. You can continue.
I ran that because everybody was talking, and you shouldn't be rude when he's talking.
Councilman Mays, I'm
So
not.
since I ain't running it, I can
Councilman
say
Mays, you're
point
out
of
of
order.
order.
You want me to say point of
You're
order
out of
again?
order.
Point of order. You
What's
should
your
have
point of
recognized
order?
my
What
point
is
of
your
order
point of order?
properly. That it's rude to be speaking and talking as a vice and a chair when this man is looking for you for direction. He was just standing there. You didn't even see him.
Thank you, Mr. Mays.
So that's my point. How you rule on that?
Madam Chairman, thank you very much for...
And you guys know.
Leave us as sitting here. That's what I'm about ready to do. and it won't be a quorum. This is getting ridiculous,
Councilman Mays, you're
man.
out of order.
You out of order.
Councilman
Point
Mays.
of order. You out of order.
What is your point of order?
That's what this appeal is on.
Councilman,
And if you
well then vote, let's call for the
it
question.
ain't nobody here. You
Oh.
vote no, and it fails. But that don't mean you're right.
Councilman
I'm
Mays.
telling you,
Councilman
I will leave
Mays.
this council business where it's at
Thank
in
you.
your finance committee
Thank you.
meeting, and you gonna look like a fool because
Thank
every
you,
week.
you are out
God
of
bless
order,
you.
Councilman
Let's
Mays.
see what you do.
You are out of
I'm
order,
out.
Councilman Mays.
You out of order.
Thank you.
You think we some fools? You making a mockery and
Thank
a
you.
mess out of this city business.
We are-
Miss Galloway.
we lost
we
the
grown.
quorum.
We elected.
Lost a quorum.
Get the heck out of here with your mess.
Thank you, Councilman Mays.
No, thank you for messing up city business with your mess.
Thank you, sir.
You don't run as a council person and treat folks differently. The hell with you. Every week.
Hello, Reed. You can tell Angela you got to go right home.